Dear friends, today's session is divided into 4 parts. The first 3 parts will be conducted by Program Quality Director, Club Growth Directors, and Public Relation Manager, respectively. Time allotted to all of them is 30 minutes each. That will be followed by 20 minutes open question and answer session. To take us through the afternoon, we have a very dedicated frontline fighter, a Toastmaster by passion and a general physician by profession. Toastmaster since 2017, past area director and a medical practitioner in Dubai since past 15 years. Please join me in welcoming our Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Dr. Muniba Ali.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinesh, for that wonderful welcome. Welcome one and all to the District 105 Awards Declaration, Clarification and Q&A session. I am Toastmaster Dr. Muniba Ali, your MC for today's ceremony. Why are these awards, rewards and recognitions? Has it passed your mind anytime? Well, who doesn't love to be appreciated? In fact, as said by the late American philosopher, psychologist, William James, the deepest craving of human nature is the need to be appreciated. District 105 has ensured to acknowledge the efforts of each and every one of us in the most amazing, astonishing, and outstanding ways. How? You can see that for yourself as our district stars have assembled here today to enlighten us, to sprinkle us with that fairy dust, to make us soar high with pride, and to broaden our smiles with a twinkle in our eyes. One of the biggest and brightest stars in our universe is the sun. And if our District 105 could be considered as a galaxy, District Director, you are our sun. It's said, humor done lightly and framed in a positive way is powerfully charismatic. It makes people feel comfortable and appeals to their insecurities. Well, our District Director has always made me feel at ease and peace. Our District Director has stolen all the charm, charisma, and our hearts with his mind-blowing sense of humor and passionate talks. Let's welcome our charming, glowing, and absolutely adorable District Director, DTM Gurbinder Singh Pun, with a deafening applause for the welcome address.
Good evening, good afternoon, Toastmasters from around the District 105, club officers, members, Madam Program Quality Director, DTM Rania, DTM Jamil Shakil, Club Growth Director, DTM Deepa Surendran, DTM Saiju Victor, our Public Relation Manager, Logistics Manager, Madam Suchita, and our lovely MC, Dr. Muniba, for the day. Galaxy of leaders, division directors, and everybody who's present today. And why are we here today? You are not going to get any award at the end of this session. Is there any award, ribbon, trophy, plaque for the people who attend today's session? Nothing. But then why are we here all today? We're all today here to witness and understand the power of recognition, the power of awards, the power of one Facebook post, the power of one Instagram message. I am a human resource person. I work with people. And in the human resource, rewards and recognitions are given a lot of credit. People work for them. There are monetary rewards and there are non-monetary rewards. And you know which work the best? The non-monetary rewards work the best. But the rewards and recognition have a few principles behind them. And before you start the journey today to understand what is the what award, let me share with you a few insights about recognition ideas. You know, many years ago, I heard a story that in Hewlett Packard, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is a story I heard, They were dealing with a crisis, a kind of a malfunctioning of a particular product, and they were not able to solve the issue. Many people were working on it, and as a result of which, manpowers were getting lost, money was getting lost. And then one day, one of the technicians working on the shop floor found a solution. And he took it to his manager. And he said, "This is what I have done." And the manager was so happy, he wanted to reward him. And he didn't have anything to give it to the guy. There was no trophy, there was no plaque, there was no pin, there was no ribbon. What to give him? And he looked around on his table and he found one banana. He picked up that banana and took that man out of his office onto the shop floor. And in the presence of 100 people, he said, "You've done a great job, and I really want to thank you. Sorry, I don't have anything which is traditionally called as an award, but here is a banana from my side, and consider this as my deepest award towards what you have done." I'm not sure if that is a fact, but people say that in Hewlett Packard, bananas have become the symbol of awards. In fact, they have pins called bananas. Recognition doesn't need to be in any particular format. It's not about what you do, what you give as a recognition. It's about how you recognize. And the magic of recognition lies in two things. One, how you recognize and when you recognize. Don't delay the recognition. If somebody in your organization has done something right, recognize it immediately. I always keep a few chocolates and toffees on my table, in my drawers, in my office. And any of my staff member does something nice that day, I call all of them together and hand over a dairy milk and say, "Thank you so much for doing this great job." And I have found that recognition is valued much more than a trophy coming 6 months later from the management. So these are the two principles that I follow in recognition. Do it instantly and do it in front of everybody, and doesn't matter what is the physical value or aspect or the cost of that. Taking clue from that, I would like to now thank the program quality director, the club growth director, and the public relation manager for two things. One, in the last 40 days or so, I have not let them have a nice sleep because they were working on the awards. And they have done at least 5, 6, 7 rounds of editing, revisiting the drawing board. Look at their smiles right now as they see me getting off their back, And finally, they are here today with what they can present to the district. So appreciate the hard work done by each one of them. And they have put together the best of the best. Interesting recognitions, interesting awards that will help the clubs, the members to work enthusiastically, work with passion, work with commitment, work with energy. So don't worry whether it is a ribbon or a pin. Look at the winning, look at the competition, look at the opportunity of getting that forward. So thank you, all my fellow district team members, for doing the work in the background. And today is the opportunity that you will speak. Today you will cut the ribbon. Today you will unravel your curtains and let the show begin under the leadership of our district PR manager, DTM Saiju Victor, and his team today. We will all witness these beautiful awards and ask questions, be clear about it. Go back to your clubs knowledgeable. So if a member asks you something, please be able to answer him or her. And let's make the most of it. Let's enjoy the day with a big, I want to give all of you a big award today, right now. So if you would just raise your hand, right hand like this. Okay, everybody, facing your palm, turn it a little bit backward, take it towards your back, and give yourself a big pat for being in this meeting. That's your reward, instantly delivered, and good job done. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster, Dr. Muniba Ali.
Thank you so much, District Director DTM Gurbinder Singh Pun. You are our son, definitely, who makes us smile with those beautiful stories shared. my lovely audience to give us a vivid insight into quality and awards. I have that special someone, the miraculously marvelous lady. Rani means queen in Indian language, and she's in every way the queen of District 105. She could turn the head of a granite statue with that wise words she spills. Her charm lies in her simplicity and humbleness. To enlighten us about District Program Quality Awards, we have our District 105 Program Quality Director, the lovely lady, DTM Rania Abul Rab. Let's welcome her with an ecstatic applause.
Thank you, Madam Muniba, Dr. Muniba. Respected district leaders, DTM Gurbinder, my fellow CGDs, District PRM, DTM Saju, Madam Shuchita, and all the wonderful members and leaders of District 105, a very good afternoon. And thank you so much for joining us on this weekend day. I know everyone is busy with their schedule, with their family, but still you're here, 48 members, and I think the numbers are rising, to understand more about the different awards that the district have been basically working on. Actually started before July 1st. We've been working on these awards even before our term began, deliberating and discussing and arguing and getting this and that to be revisited. And I don't think this will even stop and end, because we're here to support you to start up with, because our mission is to support our members in the end. As DTM Gurbinder said, it's not about what we get the pin, or it's basically how we can support our members to elevate their experience and feel appreciated and part of this wonderful family. And recognition is very, very important. So we tried to make it more inclusive this year, especially when I touch base on the Hall of Fame. Thanks to DTM Saju for tolerating my nonsense questions over the past few weeks. He's laughing because this year we've done it differently. That's probably the delay. But to make our life and your life much more easier, and to make sure nobody is basically not recognized. You know, we learn through the hard way. We've done it last year, and with every single term, it will get improving now and then. And we're always open to your suggestions and feedback. I mean, we're open to any ideas you have. I mean, don't ever hesitate to reach out to us for any suggestions. So I'll share my screen to touch base basically on the club and the member level awards for PQD. And then we'll talk about the Hall of Fame, right? TTM Sajid, this is the order, correct? All right, so I might need your help, because especially when it comes to Hall of Fame, because I'll share the website. I think this is easier to explain to everyone. And after the session today, we'll send you the handbook finally, the 5th or 6th version. I don't know which version, I stopped counting, but anyway, you'll have the handbook with the details. We'll try to make it as simple, as crisp, as clear in terms of understanding the criteria and how to submit, because everything is happening this year on the website. All the awards, program quality, club growth, PR, everything is on the website. So it's centralized. You know how to submit, where to log in. I'll hand over the details, technicality to DTM Saji, because he's the mastermind behind it. But let me now talk about the theory, and then step by step, when we get all to the questions and answers, we'll get to know more about it. And I think the more you experience it yourself and you log into the system, you'll get to know, you get a feel of it and how it's very easy, very simple, very straightforward. But let me start by sharing my screen. I think I'm a co-host, right? So I can share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Can I have a thumbs up? All right, so let's start with the basics. Now, these are the member level. I hope that all of you have seen it, have read it, have shared it with your clubs, right? We tried as well to make it simplified in a very flashy way. So the first one is the member level award, which is basically the Excellence in Education Award. This is basically targeted to the VP education, the VPEs, whereby they have 60% of their base members. When I say base members, the number of the club members when the term started on July 1st. So 60% of those members basically have complete one level and pathway will be getting the Excellent Education Award. And the submission will happen, would not have any submission, basically have to say yes or no, you've done the requirement on the district website. Under the PQD award, you'll have like a tab, you log in and you basically confirm that this has been fulfilled. We as a district PQD award team will verify it through the dashboard. So nothing for you to submit at this level. The next award is a Pathway Celebrity Award. I think you've started seeing the flyers on the website already. We've been announcing this as the beginning of the term. This is open to all members, whereby a member basically complete one of the pathways. And this again will be checked through the TMI website. We have to verify it, and we'll just announce it. So no submission for this award, basically. The Pathways Champion Award, this is basically given to any member who completes a path and who has completed or complete this term, the Pathways Mentor Program. And the member needs to mentor 2 members in completing level 2. So these are the requirements. They should finish 1 path or more, have completed or complete the Pathways Mentor Program, and mentor 2 members in completing level 2. And we'll get some of the item or the information from the dashboard, and then the VPEs have to basically, or the member has to submit a proof that from the VPE that this member has actually mentored 2 members in order to complete level 2, and basically the names of the members. Everything will be again explained and shown on the district. So I have to upload the proof, an email, whatever, from the VP Education that these criteria has been fulfilled, especially the proof that they have mentored. The other criteria we can also check from the dashboard. The Distinguished Toastmaster Award, as well, this is the highest recognition a member can get. This we can also get and check and verify from the dashboard for any member getting this highest recognition. And again, we started announcing the winners since the beginning of the term. The Triple Crown Award, the known award for any member achieving level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting a DTM and finishing Pathways Mentor Program. Any of the three of these will get the Triple Crown Award. It's acknowledged by award headquarters. We check the dashboard, and again, the announcement will be, you have the flyers shown on the website. So nothing for you to submit in this regard. The Golden Beacon Award is a new award whereby this is for the mentors of the new chartered clubs. So for any club that is chartered this year, or even chartered from April 2021, from last term, because they're reasonably fresh. So April 2021 from last term and July 1st this year, any mentor, official mentors that are basically announced on the website of Toastmasters International, because it's an official list of mentors who have helped the club basically become, they train the officers in the first 2 weeks from the chartering of the club. They have 100% Pathways adoption, and they conduct the Pathways navigation program. And as well, they ensure that all the officers attend the club officers training. Now, if they are chartered before attending the club officers training that happened, or they basically arrange for the officers to be trained within 2 weeks from the charter of the club. And all of these data as well, some of it will be as again submitted with proof that all the criteria has been basically fulfilled by the mentors on the website. So you'll have like a tab, a button, submit, and you can upload all the files and proof on that. Then the Signature HPL Award is given to the 5 best HPL projects. Again, you have to submit a proof. There'll be a summary, and then the HPL team will assess and announce the winners of the award by the end of the terms. And the deadline is 30th of April. Check the data, check the file with all the cutoff dates. Everything, again, is on the website. And if you have any inquiries, any questions, never hesitate to reach out to me or the District PQD Awards team. Now, the next one is the Phoenix Award. This is for clubs that could not achieve the distinguished recognition last year. So many of the clubs basically got 7, 9, 8 points, but because of the membership requirement, they couldn't become distinguished. So these particular clubs in particular, if they manage to get 7 plus points this year and ensuring that the membership base is 20 or plus 5 members, then they'll get the Phoenix Award this term. So this is basically for the clubs that could not be recognized last year, and they continue their journey this term, and they'll get the recognition with the Phoenix Award. The deadline, as it's shown here on the slide, is because I cannot see my screen. I think it's April 30th. No, it's basically until the end of the term, June 30th, 2022. The Torchbearer Award is for any new Toastmaster club chartered this term that achieves a distinguished status. And again, this can be easily verified by the team through the dashboard, so nothing to be submitted on the website. The Fast Track Award, again, for the first clubs which become distinguished with a minimum of 2 education awards. So basically, they have to get the 2 points of the education award before the end of December, but because the official recognition by TMI for any club being distinguished and above doesn't happen before April 2022. So the official announcement will be after April 2022, but you have to ensure that the 2 educational points from the DCP are achieved by December of this term. Next is Super 7 COT. We know this has been there for a while for clubs that have all their officers trained in the 2 terms of the club officers training. We just finished the first round, and many are doing their own makeup trainings. And for the second round, for all these clubs who managed to train all of their officers, 7 in both terms will get the Super 7 COT award. And the last club level award is the Adoption Trailblazer Award. It's basically for the clubs having 100% members adoption and pathway. These are the base members. The main point here is having the senior members, existing members, just log in and register and basically have their journey starting in pathways, because many clubs, they have 1 or 2 members who haven't basically registered in pathways. So we need to ensure this time we have 100% pathways adoption for the existing members. Those who started the term with new members doesn't count because they already will be there, or they'll join or enroll in pathways by default. But our aim here is have all the members, basically those who finished the digital education program, to enroll and start working in pathways. So this is in general. Again, in brief, they are the PQD independent awards. And now I'll switch to the Hall of Fame. Is that okay, Saju? Fine? All right. We'll not take questions now, right? And at the end, correct? All right, super. So I'll stop sharing now. Now I'll share my web screen again, which is the website. I don't know if you've seen it or you've explored it yourself. Let me open it, the website there for a second. Yes, here we go. All right. Can you see my screen again? So if you log into the District 105 website, is it visible? Can I have a thumbs up? All right. So you can access this through under the program quality or under the district spotlight. You see it here under the Hall of Fame. So it has 2 tabs. You can go through the program quality or the district spotlight, because this term, it's not only program quality points. We have made it inclusive. So it has club growth points, public relations points, and program quality. So it's more inclusive. So it's not under our umbrella. That my team will monitor it along with the CGDs and the district PRM, but we are the ones who take care of monitoring and verifying, because it's a lot of work. So we have a team for that, but it's inclusive. So everyone is involved in this. And we try to make it in a way inclusive of the DCP points and points that will support the club in achieving the district's, the club's DCP, and ultimately the area objectives and the district objectives. All right. So we begin with the DCP goals. This counts for 30 points. If you've seen the main table shared in the Gazette that's shared by the district PR, we have the 3 levels: 180 points, 150, and 140. So the total of these points will define if you are a gold, silver, or bronze winner. So we'll get the add up, the sum of all these points, and the sum will define if the club achieved the gold level, silver level, or bronze level. Okay, so it's shown here at the bottom. Let me go down to the bottom to make it clearer. It's upping down here. So if you go here, okay, so you can see the screen. So this club status for the first level, bronze and silver, no need for any club status. Any club can submit. 150 of all the total points will qualify the club to become bronze. 160 will become silver. For the gold, the club must be a present distinguished club to get the requirement plus the 180 points to get the gold recognition. And here the club should be in good standing, of course, and you cannot get the gold and silver at the same time. So anything in between will basically round it up. So it's either silver, bronze, silver, or gold. So you cannot get 2 awards at the same time. And of course, the submission should be done at the end of the term, because this is an ongoing process, because the Toastmaster term ends on June 30th, 2022. So it's not just, so there are some time frames that you'll see specific. When you provide the proof, this will be verified in the data and the documents you submit. But the end date is going to be June 30th. So those clubs who achieve it prior to DTAC will be recognized in DTAC. Hopefully we'll meet in person in Abu Dhabi. Those who achieve the targets or the points after DTAC, they'll get the recognition afterwards by the end of the term. So nobody will be deprived of the opportunity or the recognition. But it depends on when you achieve it, when it's going to happen, and how it's going to happen. So the first one is the DCP goals. We have 18 points. The total is 200 points. Okay. So the first one is DCP goals. We know we have 10 DCP goals. For each point, the club scores gets 3 points. So we have 10 points. The score, the maximum score is 30 points. I think one of the questions we got is in this particular point. So basically, it's 3 points for any DCP point that the club achieves. So it doesn't have to be distinguished. If you get 4 points out of the DCP, you'll get 12. If you get 1 point, you get 3 points. So whatever you achieve on the DCP, you'll get 3 points as a credit for that. No submission, you just go to the website, say yes, and enter the number of DCP points you have achieved. So when you go and log in, you submit, you just have to enter the number of DCP, and we will verify it on the dashboard. The next point is the 100% adoption of pathways. This, again, it's go in alignment with the Trailblazer Award. So basically, members appearing in the roster October 31st and April 30th, basically the ones who are added. Now we are basically in the renewal process, and there's a second renewal process happening as well. So basically, for each of this, you'll get, the total is 9 points, 4 points for each cycle. And for those who basically achieve that all the members have 100% adoption of pathways, you'll get 1 extra point. So the total is 9 points. So the maximum you can get for this particular criteria is 9 points. 4 points for first renewal, 4 points for second renewal. If you do it for both, you get 1 extra point. So the total will be 9. And here you only have to enter the number of members basically who got fully adopted to the pathways, and we can verify it from the roster of the clubs. Additional educational goals, for example, some clubs they have, okay, the requirement is for level 1 for 1 point, correct? But if the club gets, for example, 5 points, so this extra point, you get an additional point of that. So any additional DCP point that the club achieves will get a point recognition for that, and the maximum is going to be 5 points. You just enter which award and which award or how many awards, extra awards on the DCP the club has achieved. Just to submit the number, and we'll verify it on the dashboard. The club success plan. Now, the club success plan, as you know, it's a very important document that assists the clubs in achieving their targets and their goals. So the idea is for the club to have 2 documents to be submitted. One in September 30th, 2021, their plan, and then in January 31st, which goals have been achieved. And for each of these 2, you have 4 points. So the maximum is going to be 8 points. You just have to upload the club success plan Word file. It has been done. What is the Word file? You upload the file again under the Hall of Fame page under the tab Club Success Plan, that it has been done by the club. Presentation from the Club Success Series, Best of Speaker Series, Leadership Excellence Series. For each of these sessions, whatever session is basically 3 points. So you maximum basically need 3. For each of those 3 points, so the maximum will be 9 points. We just need to submit agenda, minute flyer, anything that verifies, approves that the club has conducted these sessions. And in the handbook, you'll find like there's a time frame, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. But for you to submit is basically the 31st of March. But ideally, we have the certain details. Go to the handbook. The first, I think it's going to be like in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter for each. And for each quarter, from which it doesn't matter, but you have to submit one of these modules, one of each at your club level, and the clubs have to submit a proof on that. Joint club meeting, that's another requirement as well. So the first meeting should be conducted between 1st of July and then the second one in January, until 1st of January until April 30th, 2022. If areas conduct joint meetings, that counts as well. So all the clubs attend, that could be also accounted for. So for each joint meeting, you have 4 points. So if you have 2 joint meetings, you get 4 and 4. So the maximum will be 8 points. Again, you submit agenda, flyer, showing the names of the clubs under which area, if it's an area level, for example. I don't think it happened before, but it didn't happen. 2 clubs. So both of the clubs will get a point. 2 clubs on the flyer will get 4 points for that particular event, joint meeting that they've conducted. Executive committee meeting as well, it's important because many clubs basically do not take this into consideration, or they don't think it's serious. I mean, how can you discuss the club success plan and basically follow up the progress if you don't have executive committee meetings? WhatsApp chatting doesn't work, emails, you have to meet and discuss it. And now with the virtual platform, it's easier. You can do it even online anytime. So we are encouraging clubs to conduct executive committee meetings. And you have to, again, to submit the agenda. The maximum is 6 points. So basically 1 point will be awarded for each meeting. And if 1 and 2, so and 3 point bonus point will be awarded if they conducted 3 quarterly meetings, because ideally we should meet every month, if not easy, at least 6 times or every 2 months. So we made it as easy as possible. So just if you meet for 3 times, then you'll get extra points. And this is where you get the additional 3 points. So 1 point for each executive committee meeting. If the club manages to meet 3 times, then they'll get another 3 points. So the maximum score will be 6 points. All contests being organized, I think that's an easy gift for you, just because all the club conduct all the contests. You just have to submit that the agenda, the flyer, the contests, all 4 have been conducted. And for each contest, they'll get 2 points. 4 contests, the maximum will be 8 points. Submit the agenda flyer proving that this has been conducted. Now we come to the mentoring. So the 1 point will be awarded per member who completes the Pathways Mentor Program. A bonus of 2 points will be given if the member completes the Pathway Mentor Program as well. And if the club has to have a proof that they have a mentorship program, you can do whatever you want. You can have a Word file, Excel sheet, use the forms that are available on the website from TMI. They can become creative as the way they like. Just to submit a proof that these basically, the members have completed the Pathways Mentor Program. You can check that also on the website, but just upload the proof of the mentor program on the district website, and for that you get a maximum of 20 points. In this frame, we have it summarized because we don't want to overwhelm and basically bombard the screen with a lot of text and content, but all the details will be there in the handbook, in the manual. So please read that thoroughly. And if you have any questions, get back to us with that. But it's easy, straightforward. 1 point for any member completing the Pathways Mentoring Program. And the club has to submit proof that they have basically achieved that. Moments of truth. Now, the criteria conducting the moments of truth, the submission, and then the implementation. Now, I know that the CGDs have announced it's going to be like August, by the end of this month. And we have this discussion, and the thing is going to extend it for another month. They're going to talk about it maybe later on. So because we have to have the screen ready and running and operating, we had to upload the finalized decision on the website again. So it's going to be September 30th, and then the implementation of. So for each of these reports, you get 10 points. You just have to send a proof that the club has sent the details to the area director, because this communication between the club and the area director, we just need to know from the area director that this has basically been done and communicated to the area director, so they're aware what's going on. So 10 points for the submission, 10 points for the implementation. Membership renewals. Now we're in this medley fiesta. You have to wait for, and later we'll have the Talk Up Toastmaster Award, and then we have the Beat the Clock. For each of these awards, any club completing or achieving any of the awards, you'll get, will be awarded 5 points per renewal cycle. The minimum is 2. If you can basically get, so the maximum of 20 points, 10 points per renewal cycle. Sorry, I jumped to this point. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at somewhere else. This is a membership renewal. Now we're in the membership renewal cycle. Sorry about that. So we have the October renewal cycle and the April renewal cycle. Everyone is now basically, the renewal is open on the website. So for each renewal cycle, you get 10 points. So 10 points for October and 10 points for April. And I think it's an easy thing. It's only yes or no. They've done it, they haven't done it, and you can easily check and verify on the dashboard. Then we go to the Membership Building Award. The 10 points, 3 points for Smedley, 3 points for Toastmasters Award, 3 points for the Beat the Clock. And for any club achieving at least 2, you'll get an extra point. So the maximum will be another one. So maximum 10 points, 3 points for Membership Award, and you get all of them, you get another points, you get 10 points in total. So it's only yes or no, and we can verify it on the dashboard. Officers Training Program, we've already finished with the first, and many divisions are doing their makeup. So the maximum is 20 points, 10 points per COT. And again, you just enter the number of the total number of officers trained. And if basically all of them are trained, you get the extra 6. So for each officer you train, you get 1 point. Let's say one club trained 4 officers, so only 4 points. If the club manages to train 7, for example, you get an extra point. So this is how the add up will become 20 points in the end. So you get an extra point basically for having 3 points for having all of the officers trained. So for each officer, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 officers. You train 7 officers, you get an extra 3 points. So you get the maximum of 10 points. If you do it for both terms, then you get 20 points, like the Supercut Award. Now we go to the PR Award. So now we finished some of the program quality, club growth points, and now we go to the PR Awards. There are basically 3 categories: the newsletter, 2 points for each newsletter. So the minimum is basically you have to submit 3 newsletters, 2 points for each newsletter, and the total will be 6 points. And you have to submit the newsletters on the district website under the certain tab, under the Hall of Fame submission. Then you go to the video-related Toastmasters Award, 3 points for each video. The total is 9 points if you submit 3 videos, and you have to upload the link from the district YouTube channel, because these awards, these videos need to be verified by the district PR team. I think there'll be certain theme or certain topics. The DTM will talk about that. So you have to fulfill the requirement for these videos, upload them on the district YouTube channel, and you have just to upload the link under the tab of the submission of video related to Toastmasters. Podcast submission, the same. You have 9 points, 3 podcasts, 3 points for each podcast. Again, there's the district podcast official channel. Just upload the link under the Hall of Fame, under podcast submission, and the district PR team will give us, okay, we'll check that, and then the club will get the award. Simple and straightforward. Attending Judges Training Program, this will happen in November. So 1 point per member, and minimum 3 members should attend the Judges Training. And this is a maximum. So maximum of 5 members can attend the program to earn points. District team leaders are not accounted. So I don't get a point. I don't give a point for my club. Sajid cannot give a point for his club. None of the area division directors. It's the members, actually, the officers. We're encouraging them to attend the Judges Training. And then you just have to submit the number of those members attending. And we can also verify, because we'll have a registration form, so we'll know which club, which member, and we can verify it with the TLI team. And lastly is the district council meeting. You know, the district council meeting, we just got an email from Toastmaster Shani, our district administration managers, happening on the 10th of September. So clubs, presidents, and VP education, when you attend the club district council meeting, you just get easy, a maximum of 8 points, 2 points for 1 point for the president, 1 point for VP education. Just attend and show, and we can verify your presence, of course, with the registration, but just enter the number of officers, the president or VP education attending a district council meeting. And with that, you get 8 points, as again, on a gold platter. So the total, the sum up of these points will basically decide. If you get 150, then you'll be qualified to bronze. 160 a total, you qualify to silver. President distinguished status, 180 points. Then the club will get the gold stand, the gold trophy, the gold ribbon, and the gold recognition. Go through the website, please. You have to register. I think DTM Saji will show you the technicalities, how to log in, because there's some I think you have to submit, right, DTM Saju? I don't want to goof it up, because you are the boss in this. All right. So he'll tell you about it, but simply you just log in, click, follow the step. Simple, yes or no. upload a file, and nothing else to be done. Everything else will be taken care of by the district team. I hope I not haven't complicated things. I made it simplified. I'll send you the handbook today to all the officers, President, VP Education, share it with your leaders, with the also district team. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. Thank you so much for being a fantastic audience. And we'll tackle your question at the end. Let me stop sharing. I see the red light. So let me hand over to our amazing, magnificent MC, Dr. Muniba.